Evening. The July 12, 2018 Longview City Council meeting is now called to order. Tonight, our prayer and pledge will be given by Zach Norch, a baseball student athlete at LeTourneau College and currently a student at the Business Administration program at LeTourneau, serving as a graduate assistant for the Solheim Recreation Center. He's a hometown young man from Nacogdoches, Texas. He played baseball at LETU. His major is biology and he graduated an undergraduate degree in May of 2018. Zach, welcome.
Thank you very much. If you will bow your head with me. Dear God, we thank you for today. We thank you for the rain you've given us. I ask that you continue to guide both the local and national government in doing what is best for the citizens of the United States. Thank you for the protection you have given everyone to arrive here safely tonight. I ask that you give them the same sort of protection on their way home. Finally, thank you, and I ask for your protection over those who protect us in the military, at home, and abroad. Thank you. Amen.
Amen.
Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Zach. Tonight in our employee recognition, I want to recognize people that participated in our Freedom and Fireworks celebration. Last week, we commemorated our nation's birthday with the city's 6th annual Fireworks and Freedom celebration. The event was a huge success with a little bit of everything, including weenie dog races. If you didn't see that, you missed it. Car shows, multicultural stage. We had vendors. We had carnival rides. We had bounce houses, jousting. We had Family Feud. I recognize all of them. We had children's fashion show, a dog fashion show, an outdoor concert featuring a Ray Johnson band, and then the headliner, Sammy Kershaw. And of course, there was a spectacular 30-minute fireworks show. This is just a portion of what was going on that day, and if you weren't able to come, you really missed a wonderful opportunity put on by our city. To produce an event of this magnitude requires months of planning by a diverse team of city employees. And then on the actual day, nearly 100 of our employees gave up their holiday to make the event a success. It seems that nearly every department in the city had a role in making this event such a phenomenal success. Community Services, Mod Cobb Activity Complex, Environmental Health, Animal Services, Partners of Prevention, the Library, Parks and Rec, Public Works, Sanitation, Facility Services, Wastewater Treatment, Police Department, Fire Department, Finance and Utility Services, Human Resources, City Attorney's Office. Jim, were you out there? Oh, never mind, I'm sorry. What was I thinking? Media Development, Convention and Visitors Bureau. And just some of the people that were there, and I'm glad you all are coming up. Roland McPhee, Public Works, Kevin May, Fire, Dixie Golden, Mod Cobb, Jasmine Stoker, Partners in Prevention, Alicia Kidd Brooks, Environmental Health, Ann Utkin, Mod Cobb, Laura Hill, Community Services, Carrie Fisher, Convention and Tourism, Mike Wigington, Sanitation, James Bettis, Police, David Simmons, Sanitation, Sean Herod, Tourism and Media, Dietrich Johnson, Community Services, Lonnie Noth, Sanitation, Laura Starling, Mod Cobb, Danielle Small, Parks and Rec, Shakika Isaac, Human Resources, Mike Tomanio, Parks and Rec, Barry Scott, Facility Services, Tom May, Mod Cobb, Chrissy Sanchez, Utility Services, Amy Dodgen, Fire, Terry Miller, Media and Tourism, Keith Galusha, Streets and Drainage, and then Shane McCarter with Police. I want y'all to please give them a round of applause. And I know I butchered some of those names, and I'm sorry about that. I'm not a very good reader. But let me tell you what we didn't butcher. We did not butcher July 4th. You all were amazing. How many went? If you went out there, raise your hand. And if you didn't, you absolutely missed out. It was an absolutely fun-filled day with everything that you can imagine at Mod Cobb. And I know how hard you all worked, because I know it was hot, rainy, hot, humid, sun, humid, in and out. Tons of stuff to do, but you all pulled it off like I've never seen. It was the biggest one I've been a part of since I've been the mayor. And it was I have had so many people in the community just say thank you for providing something like that to the citizens of Longview. And remember, all of it was free. The concert, the fireworks show, phenomenal. So you gave up your day, but you helped thousands and thousands of people enjoy their day, and that means so much. That's why we have the best city employees anywhere, ever, because of your dedication, your hard work. Thank you all, each one of you, so very much. I really appreciate you. Thank you so much. Thank you. I know you were out there. Thank you very much. Y'all scoot in so we can get a picture here. Yeah, jump on in front. Scoot on in. Step. I'm kidding. Get back up here. Y'all come on up. Come on. Here, come on down. Whatever you get, come on. This is good. You got it. Where they can be seen. Once again, a round of applause for a wonderful, dedicated city employee, City of Longview. I'm just going to stand up here. We're going to now do community recognition. Tonight I want to recognize someone that was really special in that event as well, and in multiple events that take place in our city. This is a guy that always answers the call, and his answer is always, done, got it, no problem. Never flinches, never questions, never says no, because he's that kind of guy. And so I want you to understand, during this whole process, we have sponsors that sponsor this fireworks show, and it's an expensive endeavor. We spend a lot of money to put this on for this community, but it's worth every dime and more, because it brings so much joy to the community. So we have a sponsors tent to say thank you to our sponsors, to bring them out there, give them a place to come and eat and enjoy themselves. And then we have someone who provides for the sponsors, and that's Mike Kittner. Come on up, Mike. He had no idea to know what I was bringing him here for. And I goes, am I in trouble or something? I said, no. Mike steps up every time I need something. And when the community needs something, he's always there. He gives and gives and gives. And it's not just for Freedom and Fireworks Celebration. When we had our homeless fair last March, we needed hamburgers for the homeless, 450 hamburgers. And the day before the event, we realized we didn't have those things that we thought we had. Who do you think stepped up and bought hamburgers? A guy who owns a Mexican restaurant who doesn't sell hamburgers. Because that's what he does. He steps up and he sees needs and he meets those needs. And so I personally know how much he gives and how much he's involved in the community. So I just want to take this time to say thank you. You're a true giver in Longview. Appreciate you, buddy. Yes, thank you very much. Well, he was flexing. Wait, take another one. I wasn't flexing. Thank you, Mike. Thank you. Appreciate you very much. And we thank El Sombrero for always stepping up and answering the call. Thanks, buddy. We're now to citizen comment. I have no speaker cards. Would anyone like to speak and fill out a card after the meeting? Very well. Now we have a proclamation to read. This is fun. This is a proclamation for the Dixie League Baseball Boys Day. Guys, come on up. If you're the Dixie League baseball player, come on up here. Before I read this proclamation, I want to tell you a little bit about these young men. These boys were selected from 8 Dixie League teams, and they're the best of the best. They defeated Hudson, Texarkana, and Potshore to gain a position to represent Texas in the Dixie World Series. They'll compete with teams from Louisiana, Alabama, Georgia, Mississippi, Florida, and Texas on July 20 to the 23rd. So these young men and their coaches and their families out here will be representing Longview in the Texas Dixie World Series. So July 20th, 2018, whereas the Youth Dixie Baseball Association requested that the mayor by proclamation recognize July 20th, 2018 as Dixie League Baseball Day, the league provides a recreational outlet for many boys with an emphasis on local league play. Winners of the league participate in a district, zone, regional, and state tournaments with a chance of advancing to a World Series. So this pure 11-year-old Longview boys baseball team qualify for this World Series. It will take place in Center, Texas from July 20th to the 23rd. The team consists of 12 boys and 3 coaches from the Longview and Pine Tree school districts and were selected after finishing second in a qualifier. They'll represent Texas and compete against teams from Louisiana, Alabama, Georgia, Mississippi, and Florida. So now, therefore, I, Andy Mack, with authority vested in me as Mayor City of Longview, proclaim July 20th, 2018, Dixie League Baseball Day in Longview. And I don't know how many of y'all realize what an accomplishment this is, but this isn't something that every little kid gets to do. This is something that some kids never get to do, and these kids do it once in a lifetime. And from doing it when my kids were this age, I know what sacrifice it takes from these coaches, from you parents sitting out there. It's not only a time sacrifice, but it's a financial sacrifice because you travel all over the place. It costs money. You have to do practices. It takes a lot. And then you guys have to sacrifice your summer when your other friends are out swimming, y'all are playing baseball. But that's what makes you World Series qualifiers. And so it really does me a lot of pleasure to be able to stand up here and just be on the same stage with you guys because I wish I was back in y'all's position again because that's the greatest stage in the world, the funnest times ever. So I want you all to go out there, represent us well, play your hardest, but win, lose, or draw, you're already winners because you've already made it this far and you all represent us very well. We really appreciate you and congratulate you on your accomplishments. Thank you, big guys.
Go Longview!
Yeah. Hang on, let's get a picture. Finally tolerating somebody. Now take your time, we got all time, all day. Okay, now here's the challenge. If you win the World Series, you get to come back here. I'll present you with the trophy, okay? All right, come on in here. Right in here. On 3. On 3. Win. 1, 2, 3. Win! All right, guys. Very good. That's for something else. Oh, is it? Yeah. No, I did too when I first got here. It's not. Okay, that's fun. Thank you, guys. Okay, public safety update. Chief Bishop.
Mayor Mack, council members, Mr. Bonds. This week we are finishing up one of our final camps for the year, our Pine Tree Superheroes Camp. We had over 50 students in this particular camp here that we got to visit with during the week's time and talk to them about different types of ways to be safe. We talked about animal safety, and they took a tour of the animal shelter while they were with us. Bus safety, we talked about firearm safety by presenting the Eddie Eagle program to them concerning firearms, bicycle safety, and other numerous police demonstrations that we did for this group of youths. And probably the best part of that was they got to see some technology and police demonstrations, and got to stop by the police department for a tour today, so I got to take a little break and visit with them, and it got a little crowded in there, but we had a good time visiting. I want to thank all the students that come out and participated in that event. It's time to start talking about our National Night Out kickoff party. That's going to be coming up on September 4th at Mod Cobb from 6 to 8 p.m. Last year, we had 115 parties that were registered. Out of those 115, 30 were new registers that we hadn't had parties before. And we also had a little over 7,000 of our citizens participate in National Night Out. So I'm encouraging everybody that hasn't had a party, that wants to have a party, to come to the kickoff party. We'll have food, games, entertainment, and be able to pick up signs and register their parties on this particular night. So we'd like to see a lot of folks and see if we can beat the numbers that we have. We also have a free women's safety course coming up September 24th through the 29th. The registration deadline for this is September 1st. And they can get an application at longviewtexas.gov/women's safety for those that are interested. We also have our Citizens Police Academy that will begin September 6th. The sign up for this is free. It'll meet on Tuesday and Thursday nights for about 6 weeks. And we do several different demonstrations and presentations on the operation of the police department, and would like to encourage anybody that's interested in attending this year's academy to fill out an application. This morning we were able to recognize some department employees for their tenure with the department. Jadon Mannion, our crime analyst for 15 years, Detective Fred Reynolds has 20 years of service, and Officer Blake Nance with our traffic section has 5 years of service. We also had some that weren't able to attend: Lieutenant Russell Washburn for 25 years, Sergeant Chris Clark for 20, Fernando Nino for 5, LaRoyce Johnson for 5 years, and Ladarian Brown also received his 5 years recognition. And while I'm talking about staffing and tenure, if you recall, after the first of the year, we had some retirements and some vacancies that came open. On Monday, we'll have 5 new recruits that'll start the academy that'll bring us back up to our full staffing of 172. So, 4th of July events, Family Feud. The main headliner was we faced off against the fire department. We showed up. We played, we had fun, so we're going to move on to the fireworks display. And it was a great event. I want to thank everybody for their patience after the event. I know the traffic got a little clogged up, but we tried to keep it moving as fast as we could, and hopefully we got everybody out of there in a timely manner. Also today, I'd like to thank the organization of Young Hero Warriors. This is a group of individuals that have come together to kind of do special events for Gold Star families. Gold Star families are families that have lost a family member in the line of duty for the military. They were able to come spend the day with us today out at our firing range. We did several different SWAT demonstrations for them. Local churches provided lunch for them, and we just got to spend some time and show them some of the equipment and provided them an escort to the event and outside. I know they visited the fire department today as well, but it was a real humbling experience to spend time with them and get to know them a little better. Also in that group that came with us, the Gold Star families, was Landon and Rihanna Burrows. Their father was killed in the line of duty in Baghdad in 2006. His name was Joshua Burrows. And Landon and Rihanna are the niece and nephew of two of our employees at the police department, Mike and Karen Grisham. So it was nice to spend some time and get to know them and kind of spend some time with them. So with that, I'll answer any questions.
Any questions of Chief Bishop?
Did you win?
We'll move on.
What was that?
Nothing, Chief. I'm
Nothing.
sure
All right,
Chief
I'm gonna-
Stillman's going
I'm
to
gonna
cover it
sit
very
down.
well. Thank you, Chief. Chief Stillman.
Mayor Mack, members of council, Mr. Bonds, thanks for the opportunity to update you on what the fire department's been working on since we last met. First, I'd like to start by congratulating two of our chief officers. Back on June the 29th, they completed the Texas Fire Chiefs Academy. This is a 2-year program that earns them the professional designation of Certified Fire Executive. So quick shout out to EMS Section Chief Amy Dodgen for her completion of that program, as well as Battalion Chief Brian Jones. They put a lot of work and effort into this. They get to network with chief officers from all over the state of Texas. So it's a great program, and we're certainly glad to be a part of it and to help expand their knowledge of the fire service and the role that they play in it. We completed our second and final summer safety day back on June the 30th. This was our hot car and water safety that this time we did it at the Ingram Park Pool. Just want to give a shout out again to the Longview Police Department and the Parks Department for collaborating on this with us. It's a great day to get out there, spend time with these kiddos that are out having a good day at the pool, to get to talk a little bit of water safety and hot car safety with the parents that are there, because unfortunately we still see these tragedies occurring every once in a while in our community, and we want to do everything that we can to prevent those kinds of things. So great team effort, and we certainly appreciate all the help. Great fun day. Our second and final summer hot camp is coming up on July the 21st. We actually still have one spot left for this camp. This camp is targeted for students in either the 9th through the 12th grade. So if you're interested in that, I suggest you quickly call Aisha Sanders at 237-1119 to take that final spot and spend a fun day on a Saturday learning more about what the fire department does on a regular basis. Yeah, we got to play Family Feud on July the 4th, and that, the Family Feud part was great, but you're right, Mayor, that whole event is such an impactful day for the community. I certainly appreciate our on-duty and off-duty personnel that were able to contribute to that team effort to pull that off. But yeah, the Family Feud thing was kind of a highlight for me that day to get to go head-to-head against the police. Fortunately, it came out in our favor. So certainly want to thank Chief Bishop and his team that day for playing Family Feud with us. We're already looking forward. I think we have softball coming up next sometime in the next few months. So Family Feud's behind us. We're looking forward to the next one. So again, a great fun day. So our tenure breakfast, we also had several employees this morning that were recognized for hitting certain tenure marks. I actually was in Austin this morning, so Chief Hester filled in for me, so I want to thank him for that. But standing there with him in this photo are firefighter Nick Killian with 10 years of service, driver engineer Clint Stillman with 10 years of service, and driver engineer Kelsey Trotty with 10 years. And then others that certainly couldn't be there this morning, but we want to recognize our firefighter Scott Graham with 20 years, Captain Justin Jenkins with 15 years, firefighter Tony Marshall with 15 years, firefighter Tim Clanton with 10 years, driver engineer Nathan Crow with 10 years, driver engineer Corey Haston with 10 years, Captain Ross Dyer with 10 years, and firefighter Kyle Lipscomb with 5 years. Congratulations to each one of these guys on hitting those important marks in their service to the city. And I'll throw my regular thing out here. Temperatures are hot. They're just going to continue to get hotter. We encourage our residents to know the difference in heat stroke and heat exhaustion. And if you suspect any type of a heat emergency, don't hesitate in calling 911. We can help you with that. And Code Red. Our Code Red system is a free service to sign up and receive timely notifications of inclement weather or emergency situations that are arising around town, so that you can have timely information of how to react and respond to that. And with that, I'm happy to answer any questions.
Thank you, Chief, but I guess we just got to do it, don't we? Come on, Chief Bishop, come on. Come on, Chief Stillman. Got to present the trophy. He kind of stole it a little bit. Come on, guys. Come on in here. Here you go, Chief Stillman. Y'all want it fair and square. Give us a picture here.
See, we didn't know there was going to be a trophy. 24/7 game show network.
All right, guys, thank y'all for once again keeping us all laughing. Oh, goodness. Okay, we're now to consent agenda. Any items council like pulled off for separate discussion?
Move to approve.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Thank you. We're now to action items. Considered ordinance annexing approximately 1.846 acres of land with ETJ. Ms. Choi.
Thank you, Mayor Mack, members of council, and Mr. Bonds. Staff, along with the property owner, is asking City Council to consider an ordinance annexing approximately 1.846 acres of land within the city's ETJ, located at the northeast corner of Judson Road and George Ritchie Road. City Council has held the 2 required public hearings, and the service plan has been included with this ordinance. Staff does recommend approval of this ordinance. I'd be happy to answer any questions at this time.
Any questions of Ms. Choi? Very good. Is there a motion?
Move to approve.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Thank you. Now consider an ordinance annexing 30.92 acres in ETJ. Ms. Choi.
Thank you. Staff, along with the property owner, wishes council to consider an ordinance annexing approximately 30.927 acres of land within City of Longview's ETJ, located at the northeast corner of East Loop 281 and Eastman Road. We've held the 2 required public hearings, and the service plan is included within the ordinance. Staff recommends approval of this request. I'd be happy to answer any questions at this time.
Any questions of Ms. Choi?
Part of this is in Tryon Road, CCN, correct?
Yes, sir, that is correct, and we will not service that area.
Okay.
Move to approve.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Thank you, Ms. Choi.
Thank you.
Now consider an ordinance allowing a variance to the requirements of Section 10-4 of the Longview City Code of Ordinances, allowing sale of alcoholic beverages. Mr. Shirley.
Thank you, Mayor Mack, members of council, Mr. Bonds. This is a request by Nuke's Restaurant located at 110 East Loop for a variance to the alcohol beverage distance requirements. The city of Longview has adopted the 300-foot rule as allowed by TABC. Farther down in this development, prior to some replatting that had occurred, the adjacent properties were applied for and received alcohol permits. Since then, they are non-compliant. Nukes is just asking for a variance to allow them to do the same thing that their neighbors are actually able to do, and staff feels that this is appropriate, and I'd be happy to answer any questions.
Any questions, Ms. Shirley, on this?
This is right across from the school, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so it's Restaurant Row right there then.
Correct.
Yes, sir.
Move to approve.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Thank you, Mr. Shirley. We're now back to zoning. Held a public hearing to consider application PD 18-06 filed by Jason Jones. Ms. Choi.
Thank you. The applicant is requesting to rezone approximately .1464 acres located at the corner of Courthouse Drive and West Loop 281. The current zoning is PD 11 and heavy commercial. The applicant is requesting to amend the PD for an office building located at this intersection. Planning and Zoning Commission, along with staff, recommends approval of this request. I'd be happy to answer any questions at this time.
This requires a public hearing, which is now open. Any speakers on this behalf? Public hearing is now closed. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Public hearing held to consider application Z 18-04. Ms. Choi.
Thank you. The applicant is requesting to rezone. This is the piece of property that City Council just annexed. The applicant is requesting to rezone from agricultural to heavy commercial zoning district for approximately 30.927 acres located at the northeast corner of East Loop 281 and Eastman Road. The applicant has requested that the property be annexed into the city, which City Council just did. City Council held the 2 public hearings. When annexation occurs, the property automatically is assigned an agricultural zoning designation, and therefore, when development occurs, rezone must occur at this time. Planning and Zoning Commission, along with staff, recommends approval of this request. I'd be happy to answer any questions at this time.
This requires a public hearing, which is now open. Any questions of Ms. Choi? Public hearing is now closed. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Public hearing to consider application Z 18-05. Ms. Choi.
Thank you. The applicant is requesting to rezone Lot 3, Block 2 of the Huffman Heights addition from Single Family 2 to Office Zoning District, located at the south side of Montclair Street and west of Judson Road. The property has been used as vehicular access for the office complex to Montclair for several years. This property is adjacent to general retail to the east and office to the south. Planning and Zoning Commission, along with staff, recommends approval of this request with stipulations that a solid wooden fence be built on the western side of this subject property between the adjacent residential and the property, and that it meets all city development codes. I'd be happy to answer any questions at this time.
This requires a public hearing, which is now open. Any speakers on this?
Yes, sir.
Joy, you haven't had any complaints from any of the residences around that area?
We did have one neighbor show up to Planning and Zoning Commission and voice their concerns. Yes, sir.
But they're okay with what you've come up with here with the fence and all?
I think so. I think the fence, is, yeah, they're happy with that.
Okay.
Public hearing is now closed. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Public hearing to consider application S18-03. Ms. Choi.
Thank you. The applicant is requesting a specific use permit to allow for a barber or beauty shop in Office Zoning District. A specific use permit is required in Office Zoning to ensure no negative impact on surrounding properties. The property to the north is a beauty salon, as well as there's several properties to the south that are also salons. Staff finds that this request is consistent with the future land use map and surrounding uses. Planning and Zoning Commission, along with staff, recommends approval of this request. I'd be happy to answer any questions.
This requires a public hearing, which is now open. Any comments? Public hearing is now closed. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Thank you, Ms. Choi.
Thank you.
We're now items of community interest. Mr. Moore.
This is your last reminder of the Historical Marker Workshop this Saturday at 10 a.m. at the Development Services Building on South High. Again, reiterating our sesquicentennial coming up, and I think this would be an excellent, timely thing for folks to attend. Second, I am hosting a town hall meeting on Monday, August 13th at 7 p.m. at the Pine Tree ISD Community Room. All are welcome, not just District 1 folks. 6 months ago, when I had my last town hall meeting, we discussed the priorities in the comprehensive plan and the priority list of projects that total some $170 million. Since then, the Comprehensive Plan Advisory Committee has made a recommendation to City Council with some specific projects to implement the comprehensive plan, scaling back quite a bit from the $170 million, but that will be the topic of discussion for this particular town hall meeting. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Moore. Can we please excuse Ms. Snoddy, who's not here today?
I make a motion to excuse Ms. Snoddy.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Perfect. Ms. Snoddy's excused. Mr. Wade.
I just wanted to commend the city officials on the 4th of July event. I had an opportunity to be there and witness it, and it was really, really special. And not only that, the amount of people from around town that got together at parking lots around the city to be able to enjoy the fireworks and not necessarily be there on the spot also was really impressive. So good job to everyone involved.
Thank you, Ray. Ms. Ishihara.
Nothing for me.
Mr. Wright.
I do have a town hall July 24th at 7 p.m. at the Spring Hill High School Library. We'll be discussing potential bond election and also the possible widening of George Ritchie Road, among other things. So if you can be there, we'd love to have you.
Mr. Pirtle. Mr. Bonds. Okay. Take a computer class and hone your skills at the Longview Public Library. We teach classes on computer basics, keyboarding, Word, PowerPoint, Publisher, Excel, and Access. These classes are offered at various times throughout July. For more information, visit longviewtexas.gov/computerclasses. I really need to be in that class. I really do, but I'm afraid it's not basic enough for me because I need to start with power on. Okay, I truly I need to do that. Okay. Bring your kiddos to the July 25th Summer Reading Club end party at the Broughton Splash Pad. We'll celebrate the end of summer with bounce houses, a DJ, nachos, snow cones, even drawings for free bicycles. Learn more at longviewtexas.gov/SRC.
Wait a minute. The end of summer on July 25th?
Yeah. Summer Reading Club.
Oh, okay.
It's the Summer Reading Club. Yeah.
Say end of summer party.
Well, just for the Summer Reading Club, yeah.
Okay.
You got to give them some time to enjoy themselves. They've been reading all summer, Dave.
That's true, okay.
Goodness, poor kids, give them a break. Okay, upcoming events. There are several upcoming events throughout Longview community. The Longview Museum of Arts is hosting J.D. Miller and Lee Fisher Reflectionist Couple Exhibit on display now through September 22nd. Stop by to view an impactful, strong, and enlivening canvases. Enlivening? Okay. Sean, did you put that in to try to throw me off again? The third annual Drive to Remember Car Show will raise money for Alzheimer's this Saturday, July 4th at Mod Cobb Convention Center. This fun event will feature many types of vehicles, including Ferraris, Lamborghinis, muscle cars, classics, and more. The Longview Symphony Symphonic Carnival takes place Saturday, July 21st at the First United Methodist Church. Kids will get to touch and feel musical instruments, hear many concerts, and even learn to make an instrument. For more information on any of these events, please check out the calendar at visitlongviewtexas.com, or for city events, visit longviewtexas.gov/calendar. Survey. About a year ago, I hosted a virtual town hall meeting live on Facebook. I'd like to host another one. Which time frame on a weeknight would be best for you to participate in the town hall meeting? 6 to 7 or 7 to 8? I made it very simple. And 72% said 7 to 8, which, I mean, that's great. I forgot what time we had it last year, but I know this. It was really a lot of fun, and we got a ton of people calling in and sending in questions on it and be able to interact live like that. And so I'm going to do it again. I think it's going to be kind of right between you two. I think mine's going to be on August the 2nd between Ed's and Dave's. So I'm looking forward to that because I think it gives the citizens a chance to stay home and still have communication online, live on Facebook. So we'll put it together and we'll do it between 7 and 8 p.m. See, when I ask you questions, I actually listen to y'all. I'm going to do it for 7 to 8. So we'll do it on that, I believe it's August the 2nd. Is that a Tuesday?
It's a Thursday.
A Thursday? Is that the day we're going to do it? Yeah, August the 2nd. Okay, August 2nd, 7 to 8 p.m., live town hall meeting. So I'm looking forward to that because, like I say, we do get a lot of information, and we'll be able to discuss multiple topics and have questions coming in, and it'll be a lot of fun. It was great last time, so I look forward to doing it again this time. And it'll be between you two guys. So, and the topics are going to be very specific. We know the bond election is a big topic right now, so it's going to be a good time to interface and talk and discuss and get things out there that need to be out there, and we'll see what comes of it. So thank you for participating in that survey question. Here's the funnest one I've had in a long time. How many people would you guesstimate watch the Freedom and Fireworks Show hosted by the City of Longview? Don't put the numbers up there yet. On July the 4th.
10 to 20,000.
That's a great answer, Ray. Steve?
30 to 40.
Okay. Dave?
I was going with 20 to 30.
Okay.
I agree, 20 to 30.
Okay. Ed?
20 to 30.
Okay. Keith?
20 to 30.
Okay. It was 30 to 40 plus.
Wow.
Plus. That's what I'm
The reason I
saying.
know this is because I was coming into town the minute the fireworks started.
Yeah.
And I drove down 31, come all the way down Standard Street, come all the way up 80, and it was packed.
Packed.
And so you counted.
Packed.
Steve, that's where it came from, Ed. Steve he was a picture counter. But that's what an impact this fireworks show had on our community and surrounding communities. Because I can tell you, I've had a number of people from other communities tell me how much they appreciate the Longview Fireworks Show. And like I said a minute ago, we spend some money doing that, but it's the best money we spend all year, I think, because it brings such joy and happiness. Plus, it's celebrating our country's freedom, and we're doing it in a way that everybody can enjoy it. And so I just can't tell you how much I appreciate city staff and all the effort that y'all put into that, because it is a huge, huge production. But if you didn't see that fireworks show, it is 30 solid minutes of a finale. You think it's a finale the whole time. It's just over and over and over. So it's fantastic. I think we're going to build on it every year. It's built on it every year since I've been going to it, and I want to continue to do that. And so, you know, even though I know we spend money on it, we spend less than $1 a person on it that watch it. I can guarantee you that. So that's a good thing. That's money well spent. And I hope we continue to do that every year, and people continue to come out and participate. Because when you see those cars lined up in every parking lot that they can park at, where they can see that fireworks show, it's pretty amazing. And so I appreciate it, and I appreciate everybody that participated, and I appreciate you guys who all came out and participated as well. So that's going to do it for the evening. I appreciate y'all attending. So this meeting is now adjourned. Have a good evening.